Hey group leaders, Pastor Jeremy here. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video so that you can stay informed on the life of the Licking Heights campus, as well as invest in yourself as a leader. We couldn't be a growing, thriving, multi-site campus like we are without great leaders who are investing in themselves and investing in their groups. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video today. It's not going to be very long. I've got two pieces of information that I want to make you aware of. The first one is that we're going to be continuing this push for second service, where we're looking for 50 people, 50 adults to switch over to second service. This is just incredibly important for the health of our campus. It gives us two great services for people to attend and invite their friends to. And what we found in research is that first service is most likely going to be attended by guests who have a church background. Second service, non-church guests are way more likely to want to attend that service. And so getting into a place where we have two robust, healthy services not only helps us reach our friends who are Christians who maybe aren't going to church, or people who have a religious background, but it also helps us create amazing environments for people who are far from Jesus and who will be incredibly sensitive to entering into an environment that doesn't feel like it's very full, or there are lots of people who are attending and being a part of the campus. So those are the two things that I want to put in your, that's the first thing I want to put in your plate. The second thing that I want to put in front of you is that coming up on the 31st of March, we've got a huge event that I'm excited about. 31st is last Sunday in March, and it's our 3-year anniversary as a campus. We're going to be throwing out all the stops and doing a huge event, and I want to ask you to remind the people that are in your group about this and ask them to make it a priority to be there. We're going to be doing it during both services, so both at the 9:30 and 11:15 service, and we've got some very creative environments. It's not going to be just something that you sit back a normal Sunday with an interesting sermon. It really is going to be a whole Sunday with special stuff for the kids, special stuff for us, and elements for us to get excited about what's coming up for us as a campus, but also for us to intentionally create some space where we can thank God and reflect on all the faithfulness that God's poured out on our campus. So I hope you're going to be there. I hope you make it a priority, and I really hope that you can partner with me in casting vision for the importance of this event with the people who are in your group. I hope they can make it a priority to be there. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this week's training content. Okay, for the training piece today, I want to put this in front of you. Now that we're in this marriage series, one of the things that can be really helpful during this period over the next 4 or 5 weeks is to do something every single week that I think is going to make your group better. And that's to break your group up at some point into a guys group and a gals group. Even if you're in rooms that are similar, but just to break it away, huddle up in a smaller environment to really connect and focus. And there's two reasons why I think this is important. The very first one is that studies have shown over and over again that mixing group up actually increases the ability for people to connect and remember everything that's going on. And secondly, what this does is this also helps us to actually tackle the content of marriage, killer marriage in an actually much more meaningful way. It is a lot easier for a single woman to participate in that content in a small group of other women, even if the other women are all married. And the same thing is true for a single guy with other married guys. However, in a co-ed group, a single woman talking about marriage is much less likely to pipe up, participate, and engage, same with a single guy. And so this is actually a way for us to be more inclusive with people in the group who are not married, maybe because they're divorced, or they've never been married, or they never want to be married, or they're single and expectantly looking forward to get married. It just makes the content more easy to engage with and talk about, and it will increase participation. And so I would like to challenge you during the series to make sure you do this every week. Spend some time breaking up into groups. And there's 3 things that I want us to think about when it comes to the why and casting the vision in your group for why we should do this. The first thing is it shrinks our group size, and we shrink group size, it increases connection and it increases participation. If you're in a group of 16 people and you cut it in half to 8, people are way more likely to participate. It's much easier to get the guy who sits in the corner, crosses his arms, and doesn't say almost anything all of group to participate when you shrink the group to just guys, and it's now 8 people as opposed to 16 people. And so breaking it up to guys and girls is an artificial way to shrink that group and increase participation. Secondly, it also helps make the environment more comfortable. There are things that many guys and gals will not say or will not feel comfortable saying in a mixed co-ed group, but when you shrink it down to just guys or just girls, it makes it more comfortable for people to participate, especially people who have a more introverted personality as opposed to an extroverted personality. I'm extroverted. I'll say anything in front of anyone. Which is a good thing and a bad thing at times. And introverted people, because they tend to be more thoughtful, they will actually have a lot more to offer the group than many extroverts will. And so shrinking the environment where it's more comfortable and easier for them to engage is a win. And thirdly, smaller groups also are kind of a microwave for connection. It actually speeds up the process with which people engage. So even if your group is really well connected or it's new, this is a great way to drive connection for people that are in your group. And as you're doing this, I would do a couple things as you're doing it. First, let people know you're doing this in advance. Second, make sure that you divide a line where you start together as a group, maybe at the beginning for announcements and prayer requests, and then you break up into guy and gal specific sections. And then thirdly, make sure that with this whole process, not only is it laid out and you've walked through it and you've got to encourage people to break out, but make sure you pick in advance which content you want to cover, which part of the questions from the series that you want to cover in each specific group. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to do this. Let me know, email me back, text me, how has this been helping in your group, and give me some feedback so that I can pass that along for things that are going well in your guys' group. Thank you for being leaders. Thank you for investing in yourselves. Thank you for being champions at Licking Heights. Talk to you later. Bye.